Hello everyone on LinkedIn, this is Elizabeth Berry. I wanted to make this video for my business colleagues out there from all over the globe as we all come together and unite. And my mission, if you've been following me, thank you so much, is based on something I call the kindness innovation. What is the kindness innovation and why kindness? I wrote a book called The Kind Communicator. I'll show you my copy here. This is one that I use to read to people. It's called The Kind Communicator, and then I just wrote another new book called Design Your Mind to Be Kind. They're based within something I'm calling the kindness innovation. Why innovation? Well, to innovate is to change something that already exists. And the book Design Your Mind to Be Kind is based on changing your habits in real time. Use those words, in real time, in nowness, in the present moment. And I think it's really important for all of us to recognize that we have some downtime. And I'm not just telling you to buy my book. This is really not what this is about. It's giving you a chance to look into a body of work that can help offices worldwide. And I call myself the Kind Communicator. I call myself the Chief Kindness Officer. I'm a business coach. And I not only come in to coach employees and teams and managers and CEOs, but I also create something called office hours, where I created an annual plan and I come to your office or your business 2 Fridays a month or 1 Friday a month, and instead of doing beer carts at 4 o'clock on Fridays, you bring in a consultant like myself, and I do business therapy. And I offer my services of business coaching, from communication to empowerment to leadership skills to brevity, from emails to giving presentations and how to give a great meeting, how to follow up, how to acknowledge people, how to manage people. Most managers are given the management job, and they're given that job because they know how to do the job really well, but they're not taught how to manage people. So the kindness innovation and bringing in myself, I call myself the Kind Communicator. It's so valuable. And it's a great lesson for all of us because empathy and compassionate leadership skills are direly needed. And we're all going to start at the same marathon line very soon when this is over. And things are going to change dramatically and drastically. And leadership is going to be looked at to empower and inspire. And whereas you might have been in a fear-based leadership model prior to, I think that there's going to be a lot of inspiration and motivation needed when we come back to this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this beautiful book, and I'll give you the link to it in this post. But Design Your Mind to Be Kind is based on the 3 habits of effective communicators, which is to fly above, to catch yourself, and to speak your truth. And the way that translates to business is to fly above yourself is a great habit to reinforce personally and professionally, because when you fly above yourself, in an imaginary sense, of course, you fly above and you think, oh wow, okay, I don't really like how I'm speaking or how I'm showing up right now. How can I change that? It creates this awareness. It creates an abundance of thoughts that you might not see from the ground level, which means from your natural state. To catch yourself is a great tool because it involves your words and your actions. Catching yourself involves 2 things. 1, to catch yourself before you say something demeaning, demoralizing, sending a bad email, throwing someone under the bus. And number 2, catching yourself means to make sure that you're not holding things in. Not only for the fact that you could be a ticking time bomb in the office if you don't share your truth, but you can also be someone who has something really great to say or a wonderful idea that is held in and you never share it with the world because fear is holding you back. Good. So create that courage. And the 3rd habit is to speak your truth, which in business sense is to use your words wisely. That's both for the words that you use in meetings and in emails and in working with people and in talking to clients. And if you're the client, the way you're talking to your colleague that you're buying a service from, be gentle, be kind, be thoughtful, be direct, be brief, but also recognize the value of using your words of inside chatter. The inside chatter of your mind can tell you detrimental things. It could tell you fear-based things that you believe, and you believe the lies. This is the lies of the ego. So this book really comes into handy now so that When we're coming back into the offices together, we know how to work together in a more conducive and a healthier, happier approach. The book also has 6 personalities to embody your highest self. And those are just they're such a great journey because it takes the reader and the leader on an opportunity, on a path. And the first one is the self-exploration warrior. And self-exploration means that you just have to dig down deep into who you are and start to show up as that person rather than who you think you ought to be, which is the ego. The second one is the awareness chief. Becoming more aware of how you show up, especially in the office. Are you a toxic person? Are you messy around the office? Are you eating things in front of people? Are you the one who has your phone on at meetings? All of this awareness has to be brought into our careers and our professional institutions. The third habit is the master of let it go. Thinking about letting it go. What is it? When it says let it go, well, letting it go means to create a stress-free environment and aura for yourself. Stop holding on to things too tightly so you can become a ticking time bomb for people. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be around that sort of thing. Let things go and create an opportunity for yourself to speak truthfully, kindly, gently, intelligently, eloquently, and with love. You don't have to go around your office saying I love you to everyone, but speak with love, loving intentions, and compassion. The fourth personality is the active listener. And I think we can all agree that we all need to listen a little bit more. Active listening, participating in listening is such a valuable trait because we all, too many of us, speak too soon, too brash, too much. Being brief, learning how to shush yourself, it's all in the book. The fifth personality is the curious sage, and I use the word curious and sage together because curiosity, especially in communication, can help us stop making assumptions, can help us stop assuming things and allow us to ask more questions so that we don't assume, we show up as our best selves. And the sage in it is, sage is the sign of a wise person, and I use this phrase called solutions-based thinking and speaking in the book. And when you're a sage and you think about solutions before you speak them, you're coming off as a very well-spoken leader. And I think that that's direly needed today in business. And the last personality, my favorite one, is the freedom spirit. And the freedom spirit is just the ending personality because we all want freedom. We all wish to be more free in our spirits and our souls, especially in work. If you don't love what you do, if you're not loving what you do, your freedom is not there. It's not available to you. So the freedom spirit really encourages us to be imperfectly perfect, to find the freedom in who we are and love who we are in and out of the office and step into that higher ground, that higher persona. And that's what my book is about. I made this video for LinkedIn and for my viewers and fans on Facebook. If you want to tap into what I'm doing, I'm a professional coach, performance coach on communication. When this slows down, I'd love to be a speaker at your next conference or event or at your business office. And I am also someone who is hosting book signings and opportunities to give workshops on The Kind Communicator, Design Your Mind to Be Kind. I have the next book coming out for Heaven on 11. It's for relationships, how to really fall in love with yourself and then have the ability to fall in love with someone else. It's such a great tool. All of this is the kindness, the love, and then I have some books on vulnerability. The men's vulnerability movement is coming, as well as the women's Own Your Vulnerability and Sensuality book. And I appreciate everyone's time. I hope that you're safe and you're kind to yourself. Remember that to innovate anything is to change something that already exists, which is your habits. And I hope that you have the ability to look into doing that during this time that we're all quarantined and taking some mental breaks for all of us to come out stronger, healthier, happier, and wiser when this is over. Stay safe. I'm Elizabeth Berry. I'm the Kind Communicator, Chief Kindness Officer, and you can find me at thekindcommunicator.com. You can also find all of my books and buy them there in 1, 2, and 5. See you soon.